Hello and welcome to the 4th International Conference on Interdisciplinary Humanities and Communication Studies. My name is Ioannis Panagiotou. I'm a tutor in composing for screen at the University of Edinburgh. I also serve as the head of music in Lincoln College, and I also hold the position of a postdoc research fellow at the University of the Aegean in Greece. Today, instead of talking for the rest 25 minutes, I will discuss an artwork of mine and we're also going to have the opportunity to watch this artwork. So today I'm going to talk about Umwelt, which is a multimedia piece, and I'm going to discuss issues of environments, perception, memory, migration, and multimedia. Umwelt is a piece for live musicians and video. Umwelt aims to discover a story of one of my ancestors. Dimitris used to serve his compulsory military service 100 years ago during the Greco-Turkish War. So he had to leave his family house in Evia, which is an island in Greece, and move to what we now call Turkey in order to save the Greek populations from a genocide, because a genocide was taking place against the Greeks, the Pontic population, and the Armenians. Also, Greece was aiming to expand its borders. This person of my family used to have a notebook and was something really important for my family, but at some point this notebook was lost. So the whole artwork focused on the idea of reconstructing lost memories, memories that affect my identity as an artist, as a person that lives abroad, although it's something lost, something that I can't hold of. The title Umwelt comes from the term in sociology. So an Umwelt is a specific way in which organisms or particular species perceive and experience the world, shaped by the capabilities of their sensory. So each one of us, we might live in the same environment, but we do experience our world around us in a different way. So Umwelt was first performed and premiered in Dialogues Festival in Edinburgh, and was performed by the London-based contemporary music ensemble Plus Minus Ensemble, which is a great ensemble. I really wanted to take all these memories that I didn't really have. They were part of the collective memory of my family, also the collective memory of the Greeks. However, we didn't have specific documents to discover them. We didn't know many of these details. So this piece discovers how these memories shape my identity, especially the time that I was living in Glasgow. So I shot the video and I composed the music in Glasgow, and everything is set in Glasgow, and it's all about the idea of how the memories that I have from Greece and from my family shape my experience in Glasgow and shape the way that I perceive Glasgow as a Greek migrant. I wanted to reconstruct these memories from what I had. So in the video that you're going to watch, I talk about the notebook, which was lost. And then from this notebook, I tried to take images that were related to my great-grandfather. So I used the sea, because we come from an island. This person had to sail to Turkey in order to go to the war. We have the element of the pine trees and the roots of the pine trees. So it's me trying to discover the roots, and the pine trees are really important from the island that I come from in Evia, which has like a very beautiful and very big pine tree forest. We have like the biggest produce of Greek honey because of these pine trees. And then towards the end of the video, you're gonna see that I create some hybrid entities. So you can see some kind of like hybrid identities created by myself, smoke, which has kind of like haunting elements that appear on the video, haunting elements that come from the past and reshape the present and the future. You can see the roots of the trees, and you can see me holding some military boxes, an umbrella, because an umbrella appears on the video, and on a picture that I had from my great-grandfather. Any elements that I could take hold of, any materials that were related to the stories, any materials that were related to my ancestors take place and appear in the video, and are reconstructed in a way that they create this abstract and very poetic experience. And that's my experience of Glasgow and of the places that I've lived abroad, when I hold all these memories, and these memories shape my present and my identity. Music is very important. As I said, it's a piece for video and live musicians. For me, music, and I'm kind of like refer to a book of Toru Takemitsu, a Japanese composer of the 20th century. Music doesn't just provide emotional support, which very commonly happens in cinema or theater, but in this case, for me, music has a more of an ontological existence, and it's very important for this piece of music, because music confronts silence. We humans don't really like silence. We feel very awkward and uncomfortable with silences. Toru Takemitsu believes that we have this kind of feeling about silence because we tend to associate silence with death. So in this case, music confronts silence, confronts death, and it's there to take the dead back, take the ghosts of the dead into the present, affect our current identities, haunt sociocultural ghosts of the past, and really create this almost like metaphysical experience where all these ghosts come, they take shape, and they appear on the video through music. So music is really important in this piece, and there's a lot of big discussion between the hierarchies between music and the video in this piece. There are moments where you feel that music is very, very present, and sometimes maybe you feel that it's above the video. There are also times where the video is really important and the music stays a little bit back. So I was quite interested into these dynamics and the hierarchies between music and video. I like sometimes cinema where you feel that music is always a supporting element and the visuals are the most important things. And this idea of the hierarchies and the dynamics also come back to the idea of the Umwelt, how different organisms based on their Umwelt and based on the way they experience their environment interact, they shape their dynamics, they change their dynamics and their hierarchies. And for me, that was a big part of the piece. So, thank you very much for being here today. And let's move on into the composition, and let's watch my piece. And thank you for spending time with me.